It is time to tier rank all the Six of Crows book covers. I really am excited for the second season of Shadow and Bone, and the crows are one of my favorite parts of the show. I really like looking at different book covers because the same story is inside all of these covers, but the different covers give different impressions of the stories. So I have scoured the internet for every single book cover I could find for Six of Crows, which is not very many, but it doesn't matter because we're going to tier rank them today. I am going to add my screen here and then we will go over the tiers. The first one is I want this on my shelf. This basically means this cover is so beautiful. I want to go out and buy it and have it on my shelf so I can look at it all the time. Next is quite beautiful. This is a very good cover, but maybe doesn't give me that I need this right now feeling. Next is intriguing, but something's missing. There's something I like about this cover, but it could be improved. Then, of course, we have just okay. This cover does the job. And why? Because some covers are why. So the first one here is the cover edition that I have read the book with. It is the one that I am most used to seeing from for Six of Crows. And I think it's a good cover. I think it very much explains what the story is about. I mean, it just gives the vibes, the feelings of the story. And I think it's a good cover. I'm going to put it in quite beautiful though, because there's nothing about this cover that makes me go, I need this right now. The next one I find very interesting because it basically just looks like Crooked Kingdom, but if you look closely, we do have the characters, all the crows on the bottom here in this like white outline, which I find interesting. Like I'm kind of intrigued with this one, but at the same time, I don't know what this would look like with Crooked Kingdom. Like, is Crooked Kingdom different because this one looks this way? I'm not sure if it goes with the series. But I find it interesting. So I'm going to put it intriguing, but something's missing because I am very intrigued by that cover. Next, we have this cover. It's very plain, basic, just grays, shades of gray and black, basically. We do have a crow in the background, and we have this gloved hand and the crow head cane. And it's functional, it does the job, it kind of tells some elements of the story, but I think it's just okay. I think the cover could have something a little bit more to it. Next is just another version of the main cover that I usually see for Six of Crows. The bird's in a little bit of a different position. I don't think we have the cities on the bottom. It's just pretty much a bird flying. I mean, honestly, it's not that much different from the other cover up here that we have. So I'm actually think I'm going to put it beside it. I don't think I have a huge preference between the two. I think the cities in the wings or the buildings in the wing is quite a cool detail of this one, but I think either of them, like, they both of them work. This next one is basically it looks like a drawing of one of the first scenes in Six of Crows, and I actually think is a quite good drawing and a very good representation of the feeling of the story. So I very much like that one, and I'm gonna put it up here at the top of Quite Beautiful because I think it's a well done cover. The next one, I feel like this is gonna be a little controversial. This is a collector's edition of Six of Crows, but I'm personally not a huge fan of just random objects being thrown on a cover like this. I understand all of these objects represent one of the characters in the story, but to me, it's like, I don't know, there's something about it that I think could be better. I'm gonna put it in intriguing, but something's missing because I understand, like, all of these objects represent something, and I do like that part of it, and I kind of like the reds and blacks. It's an interesting cover, but it's not I think it could be better. The next one I actually quite like. It is a minimalistic crow on the cover, but we definitely have a lot of textures going on here. The crow itself is very textured. We have some textures in the background, and I actually quite like this minimalist look of this cover. I'm going to put this in Quite Beautiful. Next, we have a crow that's like halfway between flying and perched on this stand, and we have these mysterious trees in the background. Definitely has an ominous feel to this cover. I think maybe it's just because everything's like so gray about this cover that I'm just kind of like, I don't know if it really does it for me. I'm gonna put it in just okay, but I am gonna put it above the other one in just okay. And this one, look, this is the movie covers on the poster. And I get it. They want recognition when you're in a store that you see this and you go, "Oh yeah, I watched that movie and I or the TV show and I want to read the book." However, I don't like movie covers on a poster. They're very pretty movie covers. They're very well done. Well, they're TV show covers. But I don't like that on a book cover, and I don't want to own like movie editions or TV show editions of a book. So I'm going to put this in why. Like, why do we keep doing this? And the last one, this is also a pencil drawing of the cover. And I think this is a very interesting cover. We definitely have this building in the background. We have lots of textures on this cover. We have this mist, we have birds flying, and we have all of the crows on this cover. And I think that's really well done representation of all of the crows. If you look at it closely, it really does look like how they are described. And I really like the pop of color of the crows. We have this like teal-ish, like really dark teal color in the crows, and we have it on this like kind of drab background. Something about this cover really speaks to me. So I'm gonna put this in. I want this on my shelf. This is like the whenever I was pulling these together, this is the first time I've seen these. And this one went, oh my gosh, that's really cool. So there you have it. There are my rankings for the Six of Crows covers. I will have this tier list linked in the description if you want to do it yourself. If you do and you post it online, tag me in it because I would love to see yours and chat with me in the comments about anything about what your thoughts were on Six of Crows on the show, anything else you're excited about. Happy reading and let's talk books.